And we're back again. The third time. Fourth time? What was the recording at? Wait, why am I saying it as if I already posted it? Now I can't remember. No, I just did it. I literally just stopped and ooh, just recorded the JJK review and the One Piece review. All right, we're cool. Now we're on to Sakamoto days. And so this chapter is crazy. Them putting Takamura on the toilet on the commode is diabolical. That old man should not be. Ooh, and he grabbed somebody's nose. I totally forgot about that. And then decapitated. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. So, Takamura coming out the commode, cutting people up is definitely a dookie situation. But it's hard. It's hard. Takamura was cutting, and the way that he shows it. And I think the thing about it is, I think Rion realized that Takamura was on the way. Because the way, well, let me not say Rion. Azuki's personality, Rion, realized that he was on the way. I definitely think so. And I think it's interesting how I kind of called it. Now, y'all didn't know I called it, but Azuki has multiple personality disorder. And I think this is my other theory. I think the chairman is Azuki's brother. And I think that's why they called the kill, mind you, on Nagamo, Sakamoto, and Azuki. That's why they called the kill. And the chairman is saying not a single person is escaping this museum. That's crazy. The chairman is more sinister, obviously, than what we expected. What we expected. But the point is, sorry, I was reading the chapter, make sure I read it right. I gotta stop saying the point is, I gotta change up my lingo. Anyway, old man Takamura crashes in on the big three. It's technically still the big three. Once Rion came out the picture, Azuki should be in there. We already saw Kandaka that Uzuki was on different timing with his senses. Can't explain what his specialty is. It seems like just presence in general, or some form of he has something. He has something of some form. And I don't know if Uzuki's abilities to copy everyone else's assassin style. And if so, that's hard. That's hard. That's real hard. But I need to see it. I gotta see it. But Takamura dropping in the middle of the assassin museum is probably the scariest thing for me. It's mad scary. It's mad scary because Sakamoto is not there yet. Prime Sakamoto, like back in the prime Sakamoto, he was standing on business. He could stand on business with Takamura. But right now, he's not. He's not doing it. I don't even think Nagamo, at the damage he's at, is doing it. Azuki, definitely not doing it. These three people together might have to jump Takamura. And it's not going to look good. It's not going to go well. And my fear is that next chapter, we're going to see some anti feeds. Or some, is it neg feeds? Anti feeds? I think anti feeds is the proper terminology. Because I feel like Gaku still got some fight in him. Sorry, the do rag cape wasn't flowing as much as I wanted it to. My bad. But Gaku still got some fight in him. I feel like Gaku got a little bit of fight in him. The way he was fighting with Nagamo, I think Nagamo won. We'll give him the dub. But I think Gaku got some fight in him. The fact that Slur and all of them really wanted Gaku to be the one to fight Takamura really says something. And I wonder if Gaku's gonna get a buff from being beaten up. If bro goes in the video game mode where he's like continue and he got an extra life and bro starts standing on business to an extra degree, to a different degree, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a couple problems. Number one, we got a buffed Gaku. Number two, we got a Takamura that's it's a dookie party. It's a dookie party. Takamura is doing some nasty things to the rest of these people. Pause. And my fear is that Nagamo, Azuki, and Sakamoto are not going to be enough to work together to get something done. Because obviously the chairman stuff is going on as well. And someone just played a bounty, but they're looking at him in the chapter. I mean, you can see it. All three of them are talking to each other and didn't place the bounty. Now, it could have been planned beforehand, but I'll say this: the chairman has to be Azuki's brother. He has to be the arch villain here. But them placing a hit on Nagamo Sakamoto. Ooh, I had to yawn. Ooh, my eyes gonna water because I yawned. But them putting a hit on Nagamo Sakamoto mm, and Azuki is crazy. It's crazy because Nagamo was protecting the chairman in the first place, which means the chairman did not care in the first place. Bro did not care in the first place. He's just sacrificing people one after the other, which begs the question: where is his henchman at? Because if you go buy, because think about it like this. This is what we're gonna look at. If the chairman ends up being the arch villain, we have a big amount of people that are doing some gnarly things, like completely doing some gnarly things. Like I'm trying to think of the list. You have Konaguri, Akira, Azuki, Nagamo, Sakamoto, Osaragi, uh, Shishiba. Yatsumura's still alive, so he gonna be up there. Shin, what's her name? Kuminomi. Who else? Who else is still alive? Osaragi diced homeboy. The volleyball dude. Gaku still alive. So when I think about the chairman being the arch villain here, I think about that's a lot of people who are going to go against him, because I think at a certain point it's not going to be Slur versus the Order or Slur versus the Order and Sakamoto. I think we're past that now, because now I think we're at a point where people are going to start teaming up. People are going to start having a cause to fight for, not necessarily by like, oh, feelings and friendship. Sakamoto might be the only team. Well, let me not say only team. Well, yes, the only team plus Nagamo and Azuki that are going to feel some type of way about Rion, because the chairman probably had something to do with Rion's death. And that's my take on it. Now, Takamura, I'm going to hope for the best, but the peak is coming. The peak is coming. Y'all make sure y'all read it. I got my Sakamoto days. I got my Sakamoto days. As a matter of fact, hold that thought. I'm going to grab one. I'm going to grab one. Oh, wait, hold on real quick. Before y'all say anything, my room, I know it looks rough, but ignore it. I got to grab one thing real quick. All right, don't do the most. Don't do the most. Let me see if I can grab this jump right here. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get that. Bam. Y'all need to be reading. Y'all need to be reading. Sakamoto Days is peak. Stop sleeping. I'm really hoping Takamura is. It's giving not the one. No, it's giving not the two, but the one. And Sakamoto is. It's. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. The pressure is on. I'm already feeling it. Takamura being there is dangerous. It's terrible. It's bad. Not bad writing or bad for the story, but in terms of for the characters, Takamura being there is diabolical. That being said, y'all check out soon for. I'm about to go back into all the manga I used to read, so I'm gonna drop a Demon Slayer video, and then I'm gonna get back into some of the verses and the some curiosities I have and some theories I have. So these are my weekly chapters, and they're gonna be structured just like this. Obviously, I'm just gonna put the mic in my. Well, actually, the rest are gonna be structured like that because it's not gonna be any different. Besides me cutting my camera off or not, but that's not the point. If you like what's going on, make sure you hit that like. If you want to comment about how you felt about the Sakamoto Days chapter, go ahead and do that. If you want to see more, like if you really want to see more, click the subscribe button. If you want to know, like stalk me and some creepy stuff, which I don't do it, don't do it. I'm advising you right now, don't do it. Click the post notifications. Don't put it too crazy. If I find out it's too crazy, we're gonna have an issue. I'm gonna have to make you unsubscribe on your end. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Make sure you read Sakamoto Days with my chapter review. Y'all be easy. TVG. Do rag TVG. Signing off.